Dear brothers of planet Earth, there are angels of various classes. As you often know, there are angels who look after you, who are around all the time. Guardian angels or guardian angels. This is their function: to care, to intuit, to protect, to involve you according to your merit, in a big bubble of protection, so that nothing bad happens to them unexpectedly. We respect free will. If you have to learn a lesson, we will do nothing, and the lesson will be applied. We act whenever it is not deserving, or that it is not the time for something dangerous to happen. In this way, we are always around you, always putting you safe from everything that may harm you. There are the angels of nature, those who, together with the elementals, maintain the balance of forests, rivers, seas, always maintaining the balance of the food chain in operation. Of course, you humans broke this balance a long time ago, and today angels have done miracles to try to keep some species alive. Some species are gone, but we can say that you will see them again, as it is as if they were evolved, and no longer need to be here. This was the prize for what you did with them. The other animals will have their ways of life, their habits changed. When they go to the fifth dimension, violence will no longer exist, killing, eating. A brother will no longer exist, everything will be changed. But this is another story. So the angels of nature maintain, or at least try to maintain, balance in the way that is still possible. Because you managed to bring the imbalance to all lines of animals. Let the biggest ones be the small ones, little ones that we cite as the microorganisms, that today you are subject to diseases that were not foreseen for human beings. But you started to deforest and consume the meat of animals that had these diseases. And there is the result. Above the angels of nature, we have the angels of the atmosphere's balance. They are the ones who keep the planet clean as much as possible. Because today, in your planet's atmosphere, there is so much garbage, so many things that shouldn't be there, that these angels practically spend all day sweeping all the evil that these objects bring to you. The high atmospheres act on the metals there, transforming them into metals totally harmful for each one of you. And it's all in your atmosphere. These metals are carried many times by the rains, and they reach you, contaminating the water and contaminating the air that you breathe. Do not expect angels, miracles. You have contaminated everything. Today you are living in a dirty and totally contaminated environment. Anytime, anywhere on your planet, whether on the Earth's surface, in the air, or at the highest distance, where the planet's gravity is, do not expect solutions from us. You created the problems, so now you have to live with them. We do what we can. If the angels did not act, you would have no more atmosphere. Sunlight would no longer reach your planet. because it would be such a layer of dirt that it would no longer allow sunlight to pass through. So we do a lot. The angels in the atmosphere have an unremitting work and are tireless in trying to do the best, so that you do not suffer so much. There are planetary angels, those who maintain the structure of the planet as a whole within the universe. They are those who care for the planet at global levels. They are responsible for the improvements of the planet in some points, and they are responsible for minimizing all the catastrophes that you cause to the planet. Today you know that everything that your planet lives, in terms of earthquakes, tidal waves, hurricanes, is not created by Gaia. They are the result of man's actions. So these planetary angels do what they can so that these phenomena do not happen all the time, because that would be the result of everything you have been doing. These planetary angels balance the planet in such a way that when that catastrophe still happens, it is because the limit has come. So far they have been able to avoid it. From now on, there is no more keeping a planet this size in balance, so that there are no catastrophes, as you call it, is not easy. So these angels also have a huge job to keep all of this in balance, to maintain balance as much as they can, as far as is allowed by Father, Mother, God, because you often have to suffer the consequences of what you did. Many do not understand this. Many think that the planet is revolted, that the planet is being bad, provoking it against their children. Then I ask you a question. And what have you done against the planet since you set foot on it? What have you been doing to destroy this planet for so many centuries? Since you understood it was interesting to make money exploring the planet, deforest, destroy soil, silt rivers and seas, so that you could live, so that you could have comfort. The planet was something without life, and that you could do whatever you wanted with it. Nothing would attack you back. Then when catastrophes come, you complain that the planet is angry, that the planet is unbalanced. And what did you do? So I can tell you that Gaia does little against you. If many times what it does, it causes the death of many, it is because it was already written that those had to leave. She is still very tame. If Gaia were to act against you, giving back everything you do against her, there would be no more humans on the planet's surface, because you would all have died. So don't judge Gaia. She is an extremely loving planet, and doesn't like to see her children suffering. When catastrophes happen, they are products of the wave of violence, of the wave of evil that you throw on the planet yourself. Everything is a response to what you do. It is not Gaia's will. It is as if you have a great set of pieces assembled, one on top of the other, very fragile, that if you try to get a piece out of the middle, they all fall apart. So Gaia keeps this fragile wall always standing. But you go there and take a piece. Gaia has no way to keep standing, everything falls apart. So respect this planet. Respect what little Gaia does against you. Don't judge her. She doesn't deserve it. She has suffered for ages and ages at your hands. And she returns very little against you. She gives you home, she gives you food. She gives you the air you breathe, the water you drink. And you continue to abuse the planet. You continue to attack the planet. So don't complain about anything. Difficult times will come. Do not understand this as anger at Gaia. Gaia is not angry. Gaia is an evolved being. She doesn't have that kind of feeling. Only, you will reap everything that you have planted. And many will have to leave. And that is how many will go. We will not deceive ourselves. Do not think that everything will be easy. Because it will not be. We are trying to make you see how much you have done against this planet. Practically Gaia is in the 5th dimension. Living happily, knowing that there she will be respected. No longer her. So now, it's up to you to ask for forgiveness, each one. More forgiveness many times, for everything that you did directly or indirectly against the planet. And at this moment, ask for her help. So that you can evolve, move to the 5th dimension as easily as possible. Without suffering and without having to go through the suffering of others. Each one at this moment is choosing the path he wants to follow, the path he wants to take ahead. Be careful with your choices. Everything you are planting now, you will reap ahead. So start preparing, become kind, loving. Especially with the planet, because it is from Gaia that you will have the help to evolve. It is the energy of the planet that will make you evolve. You are not isolated from the planet. You are a byproduct of the planet. You were created with the elements contained in the planet. You are part of it. You are not isolated from it. So hold on to Gaia, ask her for strength. Ask her for courage, for wisdom to know exactly the choice to make. And above all, before asking for all this, ask 1,000 times for forgiveness, and it will still be little. For all that you, each of you, and everyone did against her. We are the angels. We are not fragile or incapable, as many people think. We have immense powers. Whoever wants help, just call us. We will know exactly what to do to help you. Peace be with you.